Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I'm going to do a video, and at this time as I'm recording this, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to title it. But sometimes I read comments that I feel I need to make I think the mic is too hot. I do videos sometime on comments that I get because I think it's important for the masses to hear this. And like I told you guys, my channel is geared towards helping the young folks. Been there, done that. So I'm trying to pass on some information that's good for you, and ward you off from information that's not good for you. And every now and then, I'm going to read the comment, then I'm going to give my opinion or commentary. It's about a cover that I did, LTD, Back in Love Again? Yeah. Which is kind of a difficult song to play, and it's definitely a difficult song to try to tabulate across the screen. I mean, I can do it on paper, but really can't do it on the screen because it's more or less a riff as opposed to a chord, So let me read this comment. It says, "Hey Morris man, I don't see or hear the demonstration of the guitar riff on this classic LTD groove. All you're playing is chords. This tune is more than just chords." No shit. Let me see how I can address this. All I'm playing is just chords. Absolutely. Because for one, that song and most songs in the recording studios, because I've recorded a lot of tunes and played on a lot of hits. So, I know how the recording process goes. And people that don't, they just assume. The majority of songs, and this song is definitely one of them, get at least two guitar parts going at the same time. And sometimes I hear a third guitar kicking in, so it's like I'm one dude, one guitar. Do you expect me to try to do or cover all these guitar parts at once? It's ridiculous because people don't really know the process of recording. In most major recordings, they do stacks. They definitely do vocal stacks to give the vocals bigger sound. It's called multing. And then there's other terms that they use as far as stacking sound. Stacking is another one. They do the same thing for the instruments. They stack the guitars. You got 2-3 guitars going at the same time, and sometimes they want it to sound like one guitar, so it sounds like it's really big, but it's actually a couple of guitars going at once. And most of those artists back in the 70s had at least 2 guitar players, so they were playing 2 different parts. So it's kind of, I guess, the term I can use is unaware that this is going on. You assume it's just one guitar. No, dude, it's 2 or 3 guitars going at once. And what James Brown guitar players used to do, and sometimes he had 3 guitar players playing at the same time. And it was pretty clever. It's set up where one guitar is doing one part, and then the other guitar on the other side of the spectrum, on the left ear, is answering that. And a lot of people think it's just one guitar and then he doing this and he doing, no, it's 2 guitars. And one of my favorite demonstrations of more than one guitar is Tyrone Davis' "Can I Change My Mind?" Nobody plays that song like the record, and the reason why is there's 2 guitars. There's the guitar signature chord thing, and then at the end it's like this diddle diddle diddle. That's a different guitar, because it's physically impossible to play that chord riff and then play that lead line and go be fast enough to get back to the chord riff. It's 2 guitars, so there's some people that don't understand that. They think it's one guitar, and they think you're supposed to play it just like the dude on the record, and you can't play like the dude on the record because there's 2 other dudes on the record playing different parts, and they all march together, So from time to time I'll do these kind of videos because you don't know what you don't know. You just simply don't know what you don't know. Because I had another comment, and this was a real simple song by Dion. I forgot the name of the song. But he said, could you give me a chord chart because I can't figure out what you're playing. The majority of the stuff I play is simple. People might say, well, you've been playing since you're 14. No, it's simple. I'm not playing anything extremely difficult like Steely Dan stuff, Earth, Wind and Fire stuff, Anita Baker stuff, Luther Vandross stuff. That stuff is difficult. Stevie Wonder stuff. But when you're struggling with basic bar chords, it's time to get lessons, dude. You're not, and I say this on the majority of the videos that I do that I talk, you're not going to become a good musician by sitting on the internet and watching some dude fingers. You're not. You need to understand why that dude fingers is where they're at. you know. But unfortunately, we live in a time now with the internet that people think they can do everything by themselves. Oh, I ain't gotta go pay a guy to teach me. I'm just gonna sit here and watch these dudes. You're gonna spend 3, 4 years creating bad habits, and you're not gonna become a good musician taking that route. Trust me. You know, the old true and tested method works. Go pay a dude, and that's just the word pay a dude, to teach you what you need to know to become a good musician. You know, instead of this, I'm gonna take shortcuts. I don't feel like paying. You know, you get what you pay for. You know, and my dad had a saying. You know, one grown man should never ask another grown man for something he's not willing to pay for. So again, the majority of the stuff that you hear on the records are stacked. It's not just one guitar player, you know, or it's just not one guitar part, you know, because you have now with overdubbing where one guy will come and do 3 guitar parts and stack it on the record. But the problem with that is when it's come time to play it live, it's not going to sound like the record, you know. But there's some people that don't care about that. They're just trying to push record vinyl, or should I say CD product out there. They ain't worried about the live end. But, you know, I try to do that when I write. I'm like, will I be able to do this on stage? You know, because there were some groups, and Parliament was notorious for this. They would do stuff in the studio that they couldn't replicate on the stage. And I would hear people in their at their concerts that are not musicians like, what song is that? Because it don't sound the same. You know, you don't expect it to sound exactly like the recording, but you want it to be close enough where people that don't play can say, okay, I know what that is. You know, that's one of their jams. You know, but from time to time I do these types of videos because you don't know what you don't know. You know, just playing your guitar is totally different from knowing how to put together a professional recording or how they do it, the process. You know, because there's a lot of stuff going on that the average person have no idea that's going on for that final product to sound like it does. You know, but again, you know, just I found that statement interesting because I'm like, dude, it's like 3 guitars. You expect me to sound like 3 guitars with 1 guitar? You know, and again, there's just some things I can't tabulate on the screen as far as riffs. You know, and there's some people that can't distinguish between the two. It's just simple chord. This is a riff, dude. You know, consisting of fragmented chord and lead lines kind of combined together. You know, so I'm going to post this video on both channels because I really want the guy that sent me this comment to see this video. You know, it's a learning experience, dude. It's just not 1 guitar. You know, and it sounds like it sounds for a reason because the recording process is a process, you know. So until next time, take care. I was going to add something else to this video, but I might add that to another one. Should I go into that? No. I'll make another video for that. Till next time, take care. Thanks for watching.